Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, with your weekly planner, and we have some good news for those of us in the Great Lakes region as well as the Midwest. Over the next couple of days, we're going to start seeing little bits of energy, little frontal systems pushing its way in. Each one not significant, but it's going to knock a couple degrees off each time we get one. So by the end of the week, we should be pretty close to normal, which will put us mainly in the 80s for afternoon highs. But unfortunately, though, that heat's got to go somewhere, and most of it's going to be pushed to the west in the short term and then certainly down towards the south. Let's take a look at your Monday. It is going to be uncomfortable across most of the country, with the exception of the extreme northeast, a little bit of the Great Lakes, and the Pacific Northwest. But by Tuesday, notice here a little bit of a wedge of some yellow. This is that first bit of energy that I was talking about. A little frontal system is going to push its way through, but it's going to weaken. We could see some severe weather in this region, but as they continue to push its way towards the south and southeast, they will weaken somewhat. We need moisture. We need moisture in the ground. The drier the ground is, the hotter it can get. That's because the hot air needs energy to take that moisture out of the ground, so the air can't get quite as hot. But as soon as that moisture is gone, that's when temperatures really jack up. So we need that moisture in here to keep temperatures down. This is the first shot. That's on Tuesday. And then by Wednesday, you see now a nice little area of normal high temperatures across most of the Great Lakes, stretching down a little bit into Indiana and Ohio. See that little wedge of yellow there? That's precipitation, cloud cover. And that's going to keep temperatures down a little bit for you. They're right on the spine of the Appalachians for you there on Wednesday. Here on Thursday, that cooler air starts pushing its way a little bit towards the west, and then this is where we can also see some severe weather. We got to keep an eye on that. But notice here, Tennessee Valley southward, down around Texas, not much break there for you. And then on Thursday, we're seeing that chunk of cooler air again. Here it's going to be in response to the next bit of energy that moves its way in. And then as we head on into your weekend on Sunday, you can see here not a bad weekend in store for Saturday and Sunday throughout most of the Great Lakes Midwest as that next bit of energy moves in. As I said, we're going to see a series of them, and each one will help knock the temperatures down just a little bit. As far as precipitation is concerned, this is our Monday. Most of it's going to be confined up into the northeast and down around Florida. Then by Tuesday, here's that bit of energy. We could be looking at a little bit of severe weather here, but by Wednesday, notice what happens. It weakens, but there will be some precipitation around. We'll take anything we can get right now. Our lawns are dry, gardens are dry, and certainly you farmers need the moisture here in the area as well. And then by Thursday, we dry out a little bit. Northeast gets pounded. You're going to be looking at some severe weather up there. But here's that next bit of energy that works its way in here on Friday. Notice what happens. I think, again, we could be looking at an area of severe weather for those of you in this area, portions of Indiana, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and up and into Canada. And this system will push its way towards the east. And then as it does, again, it will weaken. So again, we're looking at some precipitation here in the Ohio Valley. Not a lot, but we'll take anything we can get at this point. The tropics looks pretty clear at this point. There's a lot of what we call African dust keeping anything really developing there for you at this point in time. The 6 to 10 day outlook by the National Weather Service for the last couple of days in June and on into July shows temperatures well above normal. And again, that's what we just saw. It's going to be suppressed somewhat, a little bit cooler up towards the north. And precipitation wise, once again, the systems come in here pretty vigorous and then they weaken as they push towards the southeast. That's why we're looking at near normal precipitation in this area and above normal up in the high plains in the Great Lakes region. So relief is in store for the upcoming week, and I'll be back in a couple of days with another update looking past next week and on into possibly your 4th of July holiday week. Until then, I'm George, the Weather Dad.